Welcome to the channel. I'm Tequila B with TruLuv Designz. For the hashtag So Rump Jump Play 22 challenge, I chose McCall's M8069. I cut out my pattern pieces, which was only 5 pieces. I wanted to keep the pattern intact, so after cutting them all out, I chose to trace my desired pattern size onto pattern paper, making sure to transfer all markings, descriptions, and directions. Once the pattern pieces were all cut out, I did a little dance because now it's time to cut my fabric and sew. I started by sewing the front and back pieces together at the crotch seam. Then I folded and pressed the front and back opening edges and armhole edges twice and pressed. Now I am sewing those folded edges close to the edge. Not sure how I made this mistake after sewing the other edges, but somehow I stitched down the middle of this edge versus stitching along the edge. So I had to pull out Jack the seam ripper and undo those stitches. Once I seam ripped this edge, I went back and stitched it correctly. Then it was time for the pockets. I pinned each pocket to its respective side seam and stitched them on. Then I stitched front and back pieces along the side seams, leaving the opening for the pockets, stitching along the pocket edges. Next step was to fold down the front and back top edges to form the casing for the drawstring. I sewed my drawstring together at the short raw edges and folded it in half and sewed along the long edge and one short edge. Then I trimmed down the seam allowance all around and used my quick turn to turn it right side out. These steps were also repeated for the belt. I finally used my bodkin for the first time to pull the drawstring through the casing, beginning on one back side, going through both front casings and coming out on the opposite back casing. Lastly, I folded the hem twice as I did the front and back openings and armholes and stitched at 5/8 inch seam allowance. This wearable muslin and the final garment will be revealed here on Wednesday, October 26th, which is also National Jumpsuit Day. So make sure you have subscribed and turned on notifications so that you don't miss out on not one, but two amazing reveals. Until next time, see it, make it, slay it.